So unfortunately, my laptop turned off unexpectedly because it ran out of battery. And now I'm facing a very unique situation. A blue screen of death for the Linux operating system. So basically the problem, I've done a little bit of Geminiing or searching online. And I basically found the reason. I mean, it says it right here, unable to mount root fs on unknown block. So, I mean, I don't know too much about data and the entire like process of like booting and everything, but basically from what I understood, there's like a super block or something, and it lives on like the very first bit or the first bit or like the second one. Basically, there's a problem with like the super block, and somehow it was writing to the super block or was updating it, and at that time because the battery ran out, it immediately just like shut off with no shutdown sequence, no nothing. So yeah, basically we have a kernel panic, and I'm just gonna try to basically fix it and resolve it. I mean, I don't know how, so I just used AI, and we'll see if it works. So stay tuned. So the very first thing you're gonna need is a live or like a USB that has like a live operating system, preferably Linux. Something that has like not something minimal, but something that has like I believe it's called E2FSCK. So it's basically like a data recovery um, binary or something. So all we have to do is just let's not move the laptop out of frame. All we have to do is just insert our live. I don't have anything too interesting of an OS. It's just I think RescueZilla. Let's see if I remember the command. So basically, I think it's like RescueZilla or something. I believe it's this one, Kingston. And also, by the way, I'm going to have another video on this, which is a very interesting and very useful tool where you can like pop in multiple ISO images on one single stick. So if you have like a stick of like 64, 128, I don't even know if they have terabyte sticks, but you get the point. If you have like a huge amount of memory, you can just like load it up with as many ISOs as you want. So right now we could use Arch Linux, but I'm not sure if it has it because it's pretty minimal. And I'm gonna use RescueZilla because it's more of like a GUI operating system, as opposed to like Linux, not Linux, Arch Linux, or Arch, which is more like terminal based. I mean, we're still gonna use the terminal, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Alright, so now we're in the RescueZilla operating system, and I mean, hopefully it should have everything we need. I'm gonna exit out of this program that they automatically boot you into. And I believe the bot told us to obviously first. Maybe this wasn't the best option because it has like a bunch of yeah, it has a bunch of like devices here, but okay, basically we found it. This one is SDA1. It's like a SSD, 120 something gig, and basically we have to use. So we just hit it with lsblk, gives us everything we have. This is our Ventoy stick. This is our SD card, SD drive, or whatever you're gonna call it. And the specific tool that we're gonna use, the binary, it's E2FSCK. And let's actually check what it is first, though, because I am curious. Okay, they don't have the man command. That's fine. Okay, what does it do? Automatic repair. Doesn't really say what it does. Do we have the what is command? we do not. And basically, but it does say something here with superblock, and yeah, so it tells us to use the Y command, which is yes to everything. So E2FSCK -Y, and then the device, which would be /dev/ SDA. So like the entire thing, not like the partition, or if you would call this a partition. So -Y, and this basically all it does is it should like automatically repair it using I don't know what technique, but okay, what does it say? So we have a bad magic number in the super block. So the magic number, from what I understood, I asked the AI this. Basically, it's like it's basically like a way to know what type of file type it is. So, for example, it could be like ext or ext4 or whatever. But like magic number, you could use it for like files, like if you want to know if it's a text file or a like anything, like a movie, an MP3, an MP4, or whatever. They should all have magic numbers. That's how like the operating system knows which like file is which type, and that's how you get like the whole thing. An operating system that tells you, oh, it's an application, or it's this or that. It's from like the magic number thing, which I believe it's, if I think I'm correct when I say this, but I believe it's in the beginning of a file. It's like it'll give you like the magic number. Not too sure, but something like that. So let's see what it says. Super block invalid. Trying backup blocks bad magic number while trying to open. Okay, super block cannot be read or does not describe valid ext/ext4 file system if the device is valid and really contains. Okay, then the super block is corrupted when I try running with an alternate super block. So okay, so it's basically saying if it doesn't really contain an ext, ext3, ext4 file system, and not swap or UFS or something else. Should we try it on the should I try it on this? The SDA1? It's a partition. Should I try it on the partition, not the disk itself? Let's see if this. Okay, I think that worked. This is a recovering journal. So I'm guessing this is like a backup. It did before it. I'm not too sure here. I'm also in the dark. Setting free blocks count to. I have no clue what this means. Endeavor OS, that's the OS we're using. So this is clean. This many. How much is that? That's about a mil. That's about a mil out of about this 7 mil files. Okay, 29 blocks, whatever that means. I know blocks is like has something to do with like the entire like disk is made of blocks, and I don't know. It's very complicated stuff. Anyway, hopefully because this was the last step. If this one didn't work, we had to use a different step. But thankfully the kernel panic saves like it from writing over blocks and stuff like files that you might have. So hopefully we should have everything in order and no files deleted when we get back to it. I mean, even if it doesn't boot this time. Oh, okay. Error file boot init ram fs linux image not found. Okay, and kernel panic again. Great. This time I'm at a loss. It's supposed to work. I mean, it said like I'm gonna try again and I'll be back. So we're back in RescueZilla. Let's see if I can lower the brightness a little bit. So that was a complete fail. So the other option apparently is to use a backup superblock thing. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, from the output we got though, like it doesn't, like it should have worked. I don't understand. Like LSBLK, right? We have the correct one, SDA one, and it was like E2F SCK dash Y, and then slash device slash SDA1, right? It was not cleanly unmounted. Okay. Okay, so now okay, what? So now we got a different output. Completely different output from the last video, last clip, or last time we tried this. Because we tried the slash dev slash SDA without the partition. And then we tried the partition the first time this time, so clearing orphaned inode or inode, illegal inode in orphan inode list. Endeavor OS was not cleanly unmounted, so that was a problem. Unmounted forcefully. Checking inode block and sizes. Inode extent tree could be narrower. I have no idea what these mean, narrower and shorter. Okay, so it's checking inodes, whatever that means. Optimizing extent. Checking directory, checking group summary. Orphan. Inode is not clear. File system was modified. Okay, non-contiguous. Contiguous. Big words. Okay, so this is a different output that we're getting now. I don't know if this shows up on video. Okay, it does. So, okay, since we got a different backup, different output, sorry, I am gonna try to reboot it and hope for the best. If not, we'll just use the backup superblock or whatever it's called. And of course it doesn't work, because why would it work? Why would it work first try? I'll be right back. Welcome back. I checked again on Gemini, and we're basically gonna do the superblock recovery thing, and I just checked the command. So basically, we have to use. I think it's part of like the same type of like package. It's like MKE2FS, and then let's do -H because it's telling us to do with -N, lowercase n. Is there a lowercase n here? Doesn't seem to be a lowercase n. Maybe it does the same thing as uppercase n? Or maybe I just looked at it wrong. So basically this, it was a /SD or /SD1. Let me check again. So it was SD1. So it says /dev/sd contains a ext label endeavor last mounted on sysroot on Wednesday, June 24, 4/31/36. Okay. And do I proceed? If I say no, it does nothing. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Okay, so I have to say yes. Creating file system with 3 OK and inodes, file system UID. Should I blur this? I don't know. Superblock backup stored on blocks 3276. So it did give me a number. So it most commonly on 32768. So we'll take this number and then we'll try. This is where the backups are stored. So I'm gonna try the same stinking command. -Y -B this time for like the block, and then 32768, and then the device, which we know. Do I need to like sudo? I don't think so. And checking inos, blocks, and sizes. If up the second pass. Okay. File system was modified. Block bitmap difference. Group 0 block bitmap does not match checksum fixed. Okay. So now it matches the checksum, so we shouldn't have a kernel panic. And differences does not match. Okay, we already read that. Endeavor files, whatever this means. It's the same. This is the same as before. The 0.4% non-contiguous, which I'm guessing is like a error rate, or like 0.4% of the files or whatever are like corrupted. Maybe corrupted is not the right word. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, or a picture of this, and just in case the reboot does not work. Because, I mean, it says a kernel panic, but like it says it can't mount like the root partition and the root partition. Initial RAM disk not found. So maybe, no, do we get that kernel panic? We do get the kernel panic. Be right back. So third time is the charm. We're going to, this time, after doing a little bit of research, since okay, hopefully just give us like a small shell and we can fix this. So basically I did some research. By research I mean like just talking to Gemini, and basically it could be, the problem could be, I mean it says the problem is like the init RAM file, or I forgot what it was called, the init RAM, yeah, init RAM file system, whatever. And it could be a problem. Oh boy, I've seen this error before. So it could be a small problem with the file system. It could be a couple of issues. One, that the UUID is different from the BLKID output to the cat output of fstab. That's one issue. And another thing that we're gonna do is rebuild the init RAM FS, the file system, with mkinit cpio-p and grub make config, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, who knows? Hopefully it works, because this is the third time I've tried it, and it's getting a little bit annoying. So I'll see you guys back when I fix this error. Alright, so basically the problem was that we need to like edit this. How do I edit this? Is it F5? Oh boy, I'll be back again. Okay, so I was supposed to do it here, but I'm so tired, I'm like not even processing. So EDD equals off to get it to stop probing. I'm guessing it like probes for other OSs or something. So we're gonna give it that command to stop probing, and hopefully that should get rid of that error. And then we can actually start troubleshooting the kernel panic. Alright, we've officially booted into Arch. And let's get started. So first step is to mount. Let's do a small, let's be like K first. And let's mount /dev/sda sda1 or sda. Can we do that? Can't find the squash thing. Okay, so just sda1 and then arch root or arch root /mnt. Okay, now we're actually in the SD card in like the actual system, but it's like offline. But we're like in like I'm using like a lot. We're in the file system. Like we have access. If I do like a ls, we have access to all my files here basically. And this is one of the things that I might have done or I might still do in case that this doesn't work. Just to, because I do have a backup. I do have a backup of like my operating system, and the only I don't have a backup is my KeePass file. So that one I don't have a backup of, and some other files that I didn't get the chance to update. Or to backup, sorry. So this is still an option, but like the very last option to, just go into the file system and basically try to actually, how might I even do that? I'll probably need like another USB drive to move everything to it. Anyway, so we're gonna do blkid and then /dev/sda1. Okay, so we have the label and the UUID, okay? And then that was a loud beep. And since we're still here, we can have access to this. Let's see. Is it the same? Yeah, I think it's the same. 12B119DC. Yeah, it's built the same. It's like the same UUID. So that's not the problem. So now we're gonna try to rebuild the initial RAM file system. I keep forgetting what its short form. So MK, that is so loud. mkinit cpio dash big P. Very frustrating. It is MK init though, is it not? Make init C. This is so loud too. I can't like autocomplete. I can't autocomplete without waking up my neighbors. So apparently we don't have the MK init binary. So we're gonna have to install it. And this means connecting to my network, and that's gonna be a whole issue. All right, I'll be back in another second. So, okay, so we have a generation successful message. So what you guys did not see off camera was me struggling to, I think I showed on video, the mkinit cpio command doesn't exist. So I had to install it, and in order to install it I had to connect to the Wi-Fi, which means going through RFkill, making sure there's no ban or whatever it's called, blocking the Wi-Fi card. Then I had to connect to my Wi-Fi and like do a hotspot connect, then download the this package thing, and then I did the command again, mkinit cpio-p, and we got an init cpio image generation successful. And now we're just, I'm guessing we're just gonna update the -o/boot/grub. I'm gonna output this to grub.cfg. And we don't have grub mkconfig. Who would have thought? Be right back. Alright, we installed grub because we didn't have grub make config. I don't know how that's even possible. Maybe, I don't know, I don't even know how that's like possible to corruptly, like, because we lack the grub, the entire grub package we don't have. So that doesn't make any sense. And we're like in the chroot thing, no? Are we in chroot? I don't even know where I am. Okay, we are in my. That's so loud. Okay, we are in my like SSD. So I was panicking for a second. I was like, I thought we were installing this like the live arch image. Okay, so now we can do the grub config. We did that. Where is it? Oh, no, we installed it. We didn't actually generate the config. Oh, am I typing it wrong? Grub -mkconfig. Okay, let's try to fatal library error. Lookup self. Okay. This is MBR evidence configuration installation grub. That's what I'm trying to do. Grub mkconfig. mkconfig -o/boot. Yeah, that's literally what I'm doing. Does this work? Oh. Bruh. I spelled it wrong. Okay, this program will not be executed to detect systems on them will not be added to the grub boot configuration. Check grub disable documentation. Adding boot main entry for UEFI and done. Hopefully. So I can actually get some sleep. Hopefully this worked. Correct unmount to, yeah, you mounted is what I meant. Yes, please. And moment of truth. Let's see. If this worked, then we're good. If this didn't work, then okay, loading national RAM disk. Loading Linux LTS, whatever that is. Okay. And we're in. I think this is, I mean, by the way, this is how it's supposed to look like. So we are in. So starting the X server, and we're good. We somehow we managed to fix it. I mean, it looks fixed, just like on the outside, but I'm not sure if this is actually like, if everything is like booted up. Let's try like should open Dolphin and check if everything is here. Yeah, I mean, this looks fine. Kind of running low on space though, but everything should be here. All the screen recordings, everything is here. I don't know what else I should do. Test it. Let's do B-top. Battery's at 100, okay. I mean, everything looks normal. I don't know what else I would check, to be honest. Why is Dolphin still up? Didn't I like close it? I mean, everything looks fine. Yep, this looks fine. I really don't know what else to check, to be honest. Yeah, I think everything is fine. Is there any other thing I should check? No, disk space should be fine. I don't even know what else I would check, to be honest. I mean, we'll see in time if this was like an actual solution, or if it just kind of like sort of fixed it. So, yeah, we fixed it. Only took like what, 2 hours? I have like a whole like list of notes on all the commands and everything that they do. I even did like whole research on what like init RAM file system is, but alright, well, I hope you enjoyed my suffering. I'm exhausted. And yeah, take care, peace, and God bless.